blocking purposes, man. We're out here balling.
Say, throw me the ball now, coach. Throw me the ball.
How about all that, man?
We lost.
Oh, broke it. Ooh. He got 78 speed, 79 acceleration, man. He broke a long touchdown out there.
It happened. It happened, man. It happened. 79 speed in the right angle. Take it to the half, baby.
I mean, I broke a tackle, but he outran everybody to the end zone, man. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Ahead, we have a huge matchup for you in the AFC North, featuring Deshaun Kaiser and the Browns taking on Andy Dalton's Bengals.
Larry, we are in the place the folks here call the Jungle, and that's Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals.
Oh, that's Seattle, Paul Woods. He got 90 catches traffic.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
On 3rd down, Kaiser. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
There it is.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Slot man moves right. Oh, he's got some. And right away, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns.
Man, this nigga hit my rookie running back. He put the ball on the ground after about a 15-yard run.
He touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times
It's all right. You know what? He ain't got no carry, man. Carry low. It's all right. We got to get him out there. God, I hate that shit, man. Ooh, I hate that.
Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. You got to take care of the ball.
He said, this is my first game with him. I'm 3-1, but this is my first game in this league. Ain't nobody been playing.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. try the right side here. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Wait a minute. Did you say I needed? You say Tyreek Hill? What you want for him?
Now a handoff as they run left side. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
I don't know if I got enough for somebody that want to give away Tyreek Hill. Good Lord, that boy, that's been the receiver of the year for the last 2 seasons.
Those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
Kaiser just getting the play off. Coleman has it here
Yep.
right side. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
That's fish grease, I think. I wanted to trade him. I wanted Melvin Gordon from him.
Field goal. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt.
All right.
Parkey's kick is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So they recover the fumble but could not take advantage of the short field. They do get 3.
And no one ever turns down 3 points going up on the board, but the offense will go to the sidelines wondering what if, while the defense on the other side, they'll celebrate holding them to just a field goal after giving up such bad field position.
Parkey now following the made field goal to kick this one off. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And the play clock's running down. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And that'll set them back 5. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. In motion left goes a tight end. Now they'll run it on the toss. And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. And a big tight end shifting around. And now here's a carry heading left. A tough run, but not a huge gain. Dropped at the 25. Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long 3rd down.
I I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
I know I'm not giving enough credit to the defenders because that pass was incomplete. But come on, it was A.J. Green. I always expect him to come up with the ball.
Yeah, on those deep routes especially, even on incompletions, it's fun to watch him run those routes.
It certainly is. Boy, he eats up ground and he usually goes up and gets it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. They'll send a receiver in motion left. That's going to set him back 5 yards. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime. So the D-line's going to spread out. Here's Dalton going deep down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Here we go. Flex round. Flex
round. And to give this time to the tailback. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11, sets them up 1st and goal.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. And to give this time to the tailback. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Bengals are going to get the football back. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. Now a handoff as they run left side. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. And now here's a carry heading left. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Maybe a little sign of life here offensively, Charles. They get their first down. They didn't have any in quarter number 1.
And I think what we're seeing is great evidence of good scouting by both teams, right? Understanding what they like to do, their best plays, try and take those away early. So now we're seeing some adjustments, and they end up getting their first down.
A handoff as they run the counter play. Dances by him. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. They run the counter now on first down. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. And now to the air, Dalton. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. 23 yards on the play. Handoff looking right. Flashy little move, but unable to reach the 40. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
In motion left goes Green. On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And some room to work. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Dalton with a give here to Mixon. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Dalton throwing on second down. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Now a handoff as they run left side. And this time the yards won't come so easy, as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Now Dalton. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
In not great starting field position here for the offense.
Let's go. Flex round.
The tight end in motion right. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night, as we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Second down, Dalton. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This one taken from the 7. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And able to find Green. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Play clock winding down. Snap came and won. Now here's Dalton. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 28, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now a second down throw for Kaiser. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here we go. Brand 38. Brand 38. Flex round. Flex round.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Kaiser now on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. And Kaiser hit, and he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down, not good, 0 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll be knocked down sideways at the 46. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. And they'll send the slot in motion left. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says try something different. Try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground at the 12-yard line. Here's Jacob Shum now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Here we go. 1-9. 1-9.
In motion left goes a tight end. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. It looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on 3rd down. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Browns on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. To throw is Kaiser. Rolling to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jordan Willis able to get outside the numbers and drop him for a loss of a yard. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Throwing. Dalton. To the left side here for Eifert. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one goes for 24 yards. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. But correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. Here's the punter, Shum, to send this one away. Now it's Duke Johnson here on the return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense. And this offensive line is really hunkered down and establishing something.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Bengals grab it. And he's got room. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. And a big turning point here in the 2nd half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. How about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. And again this time to the tailback. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, it's hard to get them started again occasionally.
And he'll give it here to his running back. A pretty nice gain there on the run. Gets it to the 35 after showcasing the agile move. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the 4th with the football. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Fresh set of downs here. Shift together here from the D-line.
Here we go. Ryan 38. Ryan 38.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Now a play fake here on first down. Being chased out left. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And on 2nd and 10 now. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Back to throw. On the move to his left. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Jordan Willis in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
Here we go.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. He'll look to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. The Bengals getting set to go. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game. Although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet.
I agree with you totally. Big applause for the defense, but no one is taking their headset off on the sidelines. They don't believe this game is over. The offense has to close this one out by taking care of the football.
And they'll try to close it out now. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. A handoff as they run the counter play. 20. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Going to give this time to the tailback. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The slot man in motion right. They'll run here with Mixon. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles. And really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you can just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for Cincinnati, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Denver Broncos next week. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.